Alrighty, welcome along to another LAMA Live. Endurance session, this one. I'm finally onto the longer route badge rides. So tonight, just ticking over 8 p.m. here. Aiming for big foothills, 70 kilometers. Shouldn't be too hard. I think the hardest hill we have is Volcano. It's just long. But tonight, we'll see if we can bring in some guests. I have Discord video set up. Been doing a few test calls. We should be able to bring in Von and have a chat. Von's currently doing the Three Sisters route badge ride and is cresting Epic KOM, about to head up the radio tower. I won't call Von as she's up the radio tower. On the way down, maybe. We'll see how we go. So I hope everyone is well. I'll be in here for the chat. This is going to take a while. We're looking at probably 2 hours and a bit. My workout's already been done for the day. That was early on. This is more just endurance. And it's more just killing time between now and stage 4 of the Tour de France starting. Which according to my ticket here is in 1 hour, 19 minutes and 37 seconds. And as that starts, I'll be watching the stream, so we'll have a bit of a watch party. If you're watching the stream, we'll watch them roll out. 5 drink bottles next to me, 1 Cliff Bar, 2 muesli bars. We'll be here till at least likely 10:30 tonight. And I have nothing else better to do other than sit on the couch and not ride. So the second best thing I've got to do is exactly this. Little Maxie is sound asleep. He's had a good day. Yeah. All is well. Let's see how this Discord chat goes. Really interesting setting up the Discord chat. Mainly because I don't use any feedback on this stream normally. I don't listen to the tunes. I don't have anything in the room that gives me bounce back through the mic and around. 3 hours 20. If it takes me 3 hours 20, that's okay. I definitely have enough drink to get through 3 hours 20. Maybe not enough food. Pop a wheelie. Well, I do have the Kicker Climb in front of me. Chosen to go with it's the Kicker 5 I'm on tonight for an endurance ride on that. The Kicker Climb, just so it gets me up and down out of the saddle a bit more. What's my cycling setup? Okay, so tonight, Kicker 5. Kicker Climb on the front, my old giant TCR, which is now refreshed with DI2, the Suji power meter, or Sugi-E, that I cannot pronounce correctly. Still diving into the data on that. Asioma Duos, so 3 sources of power. The Garmin Edge unit set up here to record. What else? A couple of fans. The smart desk is on hold. Ooh, big bunch. The reason being is the smart desk is going to become a lot smarter. We just have to wait for Amazon Prime to deliver. So that's coming very, very soon. Von's currently using half the smart desk. If you want to jump on for the ride, feel free. Watopia is an open world, always on. You can just select and ride. As I said, nothing too hard or too fast tonight. No intervals, just a bit of a chill. Do I ever struggle getting to sleep after training so late? Absolutely I do. The worst one was racing late. We used to race Q crits, 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Cannot get to sleep after that. Given the tour's on and we're up late watching the tour anyway. Does the upgraded bike feel like a new one? It does. It has changed the bike entirely. Now, none of the handling, of course, the handling's the same. It's the same frame. But the touch points, the speediness of the gear changes, the climbing shifter that I put on, which I call my coffee cup shifter, because at the end of a ride I go to the coffee shop and I ride home with one hand on top of the bars. Oh, I hit it then. One hand in my coffee. I don't have to reach for the lever. It's just pure laziness. But I love it, because I get to tinker with my bikes. Yeah, it really has refreshed this bike entirely. Yeah, I should have done it ages ago. I'm just really enjoying the Di2 stuff at the moment. I'm late to the party, of course, but hey, better late than never. And I kind of cover videos on stuff that I like. You might get a bit of excitement coming through in those videos. Do I have a tour to TDF Fantasy Team? No. No, I don't. Thoughts on the 130 Plus or the 520 Plus? Any advice? Very, very different units. The 130 Plus is the baby Yoda that isn't old enough to have much knowledge or wisdom of the older units like the 520 Plus. So what I mean by that is you'll get basic, you don't get left-right power. I don't think you get a lot of training metrics off the 130. There's a few limitations there. It's brilliant at what it does, but you need to make sure the core functionality is there. Battery life too on the 130 Plus can be questionable. 520 Plus is probably the way to go for the fully featured system. Abby, you got the Di2 derailleur. The Scott is all Di2. Sweet. Were you running a Frankenstein setup? Were you running Di2 front derailleur? Mechanical rear? It'd be possible, you could do it. You'd never stop at a coffee shop though with a bike like that. Kidding. Belgium, how are we doing? So to let everybody know that you're now no longer in summer in the Northern Hemisphere. We're slowly taking that one back from you. First day of spring, September 1st. How much difference do I feel between tonight's setup and to kick a bike? Well, the gears are real on this bike, even though they are digital. I've done a few training sessions, actually a lot of training sessions recently on the kicker bike. I'm knocking out my LAMA 5 videos, my workout, sorry, on that. No problems at all. The gravel bars. Von's on it right now, and we'll call into Von in a moment on Discord. Once she's done the epic KOM and the radio tower, we can ask Von. She likes the new bar tape. The other stuff was that, wasn't cork tape, yeah, that really, it's just not grippy. Even in the dry. Anyway. No, we're taking your summer now just for, you can have it back in 6 months. Maybe more. August is here in Ballarat where we are. Country Victoria, probably 130 k's from Melbourne. Beep. Performance condition fair. Yeah, thanks Garmin. Bit of shade being thrown there by the 1030 Plus. We're at 400 meters elevation, so it gets a bit cold here. And August, if you see any of the photos that I've put up on Instagram the last few days, skies are blue, everything's lacking colour. The trees are lacking leaves. But we're on the up and up. Oh, €170 for the 520 Plus. Yeah, sure. Oh, the Scott was sitting in parts. Right. Luke Smith, welcome along. Good to see you. Here for the long haul tonight, 70 kilometers, which is probably the longest live stream I've done. I've got to get these done. These are the route badges that I've been leaving to last. Tour stage 4 kicks off in an hour 12. So, it mightn't be all talk, though I can talk about this stuff all day long. We know that. But we'll just tick it over and get these Ks done. Well, power numbers are all happy. Good. They should be. I'm not putting too much stress on the strain gauges at the moment. Oh, Nvidia's event in 6 hours. Woohoo! Okay, give us the insight on the Nvidia event. We're talking the 3000 series RTX. Are we talking more money than we can poke a stick at? And fingers crossed, are we talking a price drop in, say, something like, well, what's going to be now obsolete. Something like the 2080 cards. Here we go. Hello. Now we're talking. So the RTX 3070. 2080 Ti performance level for $600. Which dollars though? Because in Australian Vegemite dollars, 600 US is more slabs of beer than a carton of VB. Yeah, USD, which is around 72 cents. Yeah. Trickle down effect is what I'm after for that. On this rig here, so the 2060 that I'm running, relatively cheaper than the 2080, but we'll see. Now, the reason why I'm excited about this stuff, obviously I think I'm quarter nerd or 1/8 nerd. I use the Nvidia card for more than just the Zwift. And as you'll see in a moment, when we give Von a call, I'm using RTX Voice, the filter, to do both the input and output for my Discord call. So Von doesn't need any filtering on her end. I can filter it out, and I have these as a monitor, so I can hear what Von's saying. All running through the video card, plus Zwift obviously, plus the encoding of OBS. So the more I can load up the super quick video card, phenomenal how a lot of things have been offloaded to the video cards. We were doing CUDA, is that called CUDA? Is that how they shorten it? CUDA, password cracking, years ago. Very, very cool. Very fast. When the Aussie dollar was above parity, simpler times. No, my Amazon affiliate links. I need the Aussie dollar to drop. But I guess most of the tech that I buy is somehow linked to the US. Sweden, good afternoon? Or good lunchtime, Sweden. You must be near the middle of the day. $800 US, yeah, look. Luke, I'm on the, is it Bigfoot Hills tonight? I've already forgotten what I've titled the video. Nothing too steep or long in height, just distance. 70 Ks. I'll be here all night. Well, most of it anyway. There we go, rock and roll. So buy shares in Nvidia. We had a time machine. Nvidia working with Tesla or Google, they're doing the self-driving car graphics, aren't they? I'm sure they're tied up there somewhere. I should jump on Wikipedia sometime and have a look at what they're up to. Super cool stuff. How accurate do I feel the Zwift ramp FTP test is? It's only as accurate as the effort that you put in. Ramp test probably more accurate at estimating. Now again, it's always an estimate. It's not your FTP. It's not going to give you your decimal point FTP. It's going to get people close enough to give you your training zones. I think the ramp test is better than the 20-minute steady state, because if you've never done a 20-minute test, you'll need to do multiple 20-minute tests to know how to pace yourself. Pretty hard to do. Very hard to do. I mean, plus or minus 10 watts, 15 watts on a good day or a bad day can really impact those results. But a ramp test, I mean, you can have a bad day and fail earlier, but failing is what you're meant to do in a ramp test. It's great. Oh, the chat a little bigger. I can have a look at that, yeah, for sure. It won't be tonight though, I'm sorry. So the chat above me is probably a little small for some screens. As you'll see in about a minute, I've just done a few changes here to the stream. And I'll be looking at doing that. I want to keep Zwift large and me kind of largish, so at least you can see that I'm talking to you. Because that's what it's about. It's not about me writing, it's about the chat. And you're right, that should be a little bigger. I don't have a chat focus screen anymore. I should look at that. But thanks for the feedback, I do appreciate that. Anything that can make this look a little better, I do appreciate it. Alrighty. So for here, we'll be over Titans. So we'll be hanging, we'll be going, technically going straight here, which is over Titans. Yep, there we go. Takes us out over the Volcano Com, back, Titans, and then reverse Watopia Wall past Hanks, and then back out the desert again. So it's a long ride. Hence why me just chilling. Not taking it too hard. I've got to get these route badges. I had PRL half on the cards. It's a bit scary. So most of it is, well, at least half of that hill is downhill, given the start and finish point's the same. So it's not going to be too bad. Can you replace the Tax Neo disc bearings yourself? With the right tools, yes. With the correct tools with a bearing puller. If you have a look at Tax Fax, TACXFAX, I think it is. I believe it's Drew Epstein runs that Tax Fax website. Another community-run website. Tons of hints and tips and tricks. Drew may have that information. Here we go, I'm on the climb, so hence me going up and down. If you can't find it, ping me on a tax video, just comment and I'll find a link for you. Woohoo! Alrighty. Yeah, Zwift Academy. So, launched just a few moments before I went live. Zwift Academy's back. Bit of a delay in announcing that this year. Obviously, the Rona. Run, ride, and try. So, yeah, looks cool. All three running at once. I think that makes sense. Rather than try to drag them out and maybe get a bit of promotion fatigue or marketing fatigue if they run one after the other, run them all at once. And if that's your little thing, if that's riding's your thing, running's your thing, try's your thing, get stuck into those events. Yeah, cool. Now those academies, whilst they do choose, the ultimate goal for them is to choose the best of the best and get riders like Tanya Erith, Ella Harris, Ollie Jones, Leah Thorlson. Trying to think who else has won. Apologies if I've completely missed a few obvious names there, but the Zwift Academy isn't about just selecting the best. It's about the everyone having something to do. So, sorry, I'm just laughing at the climb going up and down. The climb going up and down feels a little different to the kicker bike because the kicker bike tilts you like you'd normally feel. The climb is a bit like riding a mechanical bull. It just tilts you a little differently. Gear Mashers has one. Cool. Has a video on the Advanced Neo repairs. Awesome. Sterzo on Titans Grove. No, not at the morning. Jerry, how are we doing, mate? Hey, Jerry. I was mentioning about bringing, on Nathan's stream, Jerry, I was asking about how do I bring other people in. I was looking at Skype, because Skype did NDI locally. That was cool, I could bring in an NDI source. Still a bit tricky. But you're still in bed, Jerry. Mate, the erg mode isn't going to ride itself. You're still in bed. Who's going to ride erg? No, I hope you're well, mate. Good to see you on the stream. Anyhow, back to the bringing in people live. I had a look at Discord, because Jerry, I think you said Discord. It's a bit of a hack. I think it might work though. So let's try and bring Von in, who's doing the Three Sisters route now. So this could fail miserably. It's only a test. It's only live on the internet. What could go wrong? Can't be as bad as that trainer that dropped out to me when I was in that group ride. I had to push 360 watts for 10 minutes and then swear at the end. I did hit mute. We're good. All right, let's see how this works. Wish me luck. And if you've got a Discord account, you're next. Get ready for LAMA does interviews while riding. We'll see how we go. The reason why I've got these in so I can monitor the phone call. This is all too technical for me. We have it working just before. Alrighty. If the tunes are too loud in the background, let me know. Hey, Vaughn. We'll bring you in just one sec. So whereabouts are you on course? Oh, Vaughn's just off the Zwift. Alrighty, we're going to bring you in. You ready? Is it possible? This is a technical first on the Gplama live stream. Is it going to fail? Or do we have Vaughn? Here we go. Welcome along, Vaughn.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm hoping you can hear me. Please say in the comments if you can hear me.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know if you can hear Vaughn. I think I've got all the audio set up. I hope I've done it right. We have Vaughn. There we go. Rock and roll.
We have me. I can't see you on screen, but I can hear you. So
you
that's
can't see me.
thing.
Okay, well, I can fix that. I think I've turned my video off. So running 2 webcams here so Vaughn can see me. What if I hit this button here? Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Vaughn. Hey.
So I'm just coming live from our training base here in the other room.
Also known as our dining room.
Where else would you put your kicker bike? I mean, really?
Maybe the LAMA lab, but there's no space.
Love it.
Casual trophy cabinet in the background. Now, this wasn't on purpose, was it, Vaughn? We had to move this because...
We did have to move the trophy cabinet because we had a little llama dashing on the glass.
We have a little llama, a little version of me, who's about yay high, who likes to smash on the glass. Yeah. That's not going to end too well.
So now that's behind a baby fence around the kicker bike as well.
If you see Vaughn's Instagram, Vaughn, did you put up on Instagram?
Yeah, I did.
So we had a little baby area where Vaughn played. Where Vaughn played? Yeah, Vaughn, get in there. Max and I run this show. Where Max was playing. And then Vaughn thought, hang on, why do we have a little area there? Why don't we just put the kicker bike in there and Max can play everywhere else? Vaughn's kicker bike, yes. See the terminology? Was that it, Vaughn? Your kicker?
It's called a free range llama. We're letting him roam free. So now.
So Vaughn, the updates to the kicker bike.
Yes.
How are we going? Give us your opinion on me wheeling the bike out. Okay, good. There we go.
Double thumbs up on the squeeginess of the bar tape. Yeah. See, I've got a bit of a relaxed elbow through here. Very good.
Yeah. Is that because you're on the outs? Yeah, you're on the... See, if I go too far, I clip out of the screen.
I'm on the flat tops.
Flat bits. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
No, rock and roll.
Tops.
Well, that seems to work quite well.
It's very nice.
That's working. Now I have to check some other stream setups that I have here. So,
all right.
Prince Computer Games, we're doing very well. We're both doing different route badges, so we can't be in the same room at the same time. Don't cross the streams.
It's the streams.
Don't cross. Is it Ghostbusters? Don't cross the streams.
Yep. 100%. So I'm doing a three sisters route tonight.
And how far are you in?
I've done 2 of the sisters.
Right.
Lining up for the fiery volcano sister.
You're about to kill off the last sister, right?
17 kilometers to go. Feeling good.
Okay. Yeah.
Really good.
No, be good. Regan asked a question. Is there a difference between the kicker and the kicker core? Not a big difference, no. Not a big difference. The kicker full has the bigger flywheel and the ability to adjust the height. The kicker core, it's very similar. Very similar. Compatibility-wise, both the same. Native through axle. 142, 148. It's all good. Barney, how are we doing? We've got the whole family on, but Vaughn's in a little box up there. Let's put Vaughn in.
Maybe put his baby in the corner. Come on, move me around.
I'm not sure which screen I have set up here, so I'll just switch the Discord dual full screen. There we go.
Yeah, how's that?
We have in case you're not tuning into the stream, Von, you might be riding Zwift or busy. We have my Zwift in full screen. We have me on one side and you on the other. If you had a green screen, we could put a little chroma key around that, but no, it's all good.
Oh, good.
We just have to get your
Can you
lighting
heal there?
sorted.
All right.
Baby Llama is sleeping. Von, you've got the baby monitor up on screen. How's he looking?
Yes. Yes, he's just rolled over. He's doing well.
15 k's in, I feel like I could roll over too.
16 k's to go.
All right, good
Going
luck.
well.
We'll call in again once
Yep.
you're closer to home.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
on Watopia, right? Oh, you are on Watopia?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, in that case,
You might even
can
be
go
able
to-
to skip up to me at some
I was
point.
going to say, we could go to Fanview, couldn't we? If I jump over here. Fine, Zwifters.
Whereabouts are you on course?
Titans Grove.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm in the Italian villas at the moment.
Rightio.
About to turn off onto the gravel.
As we
So
can
yesterday,
see,
I
we're now in
purchased
Fanview,
the
Von.
Cervelo. Oh, you can see me.
we're on. You're on the same course.
Yeah,
So we
let me
can-
change
we
a
can-
view. Can I change views or is that not allowed? No, I probably can't. What's the numbers
You-
to change the views?
For you, if you touch the bottom of the screen, you're on
There we go. How's that?
family tech support. Well, given that I'm
Just-
viewing you, your changing screen does absolutely nothing for the
Oh.
stream here. Yeah.
Oh, I just cracked myself up. Oh, that's hilarious. I thought because
I
you're in
mean-
fan view, you can see
Yeah,
my
I am.
bike.
Yeah, I can, but I'm in full control here because I control the it's on TV mode or something. But you're looking on the S-Works. You said you purchased, was it the S-Works?
Yes, I
Let's have a
purchased the S-Works the other day. It's one of the
Yeah?
fastest bikes on Zwift at the moment. And then
Oh,
I
really?
purchased the
Faster than
Cervelo.
No, we want the
What? It's faster
townie
than Tron
bike.
bike.
It's not running
Yeah.
Di2 though. Look at this. Up on screen here, I can see a cable at the back of your derailleur. And you're running with a friend tonight? You're both doing the same course?
Yes, yes. Mel Van Steel's with me tonight.
Right.
Had a good pace together. Yeah. Doing really good.
Looking good, girls.
You can see the volcano looming up ahead. So
Yep.
we'll climb that and then it's pretty much just straight downhill to the finish line.
If we had timed this right, we would have. I could have done the volcano near you. I'm heading to the volcano now, but I'm well away.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you ride a bit faster, you'll catch up.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, chat. Di2. I'm a Di2 snob now. Unfortunately, I'm
Oh,
all
here we
Di2. Whoa! No, it's all good. I'm just having a go at the digital bikes on Zwift because it's the latest and greatest with disc, but it has a mechanical grip set on the back. Whee! All right, Von, I'll leave you with
Mechanical
it.
group set. What?
We will. I'll call back in just as you're about to finish, so we can drop back to fan view. We
Sure
won't be able to
thing.
see you click the badge. I'm in fan view mode, but yeah, give us a hoy when you're there, and I'll
No
keep
worries.
knocking
So
out
when I'm
this-
descending down volcano, is that when you
Yeah,
wanna
let's
hoy?
do that. Yeah. Give me a ping. We'll bring you back in, and we'll have a
Sounds
chat.
good, then I'll be able to breathe.
Tour starts in 52 minutes.
Brilliant.
I'm looking forward to seeing
Enough
you.
time to grab a beer after this. Sounds good.
beer o'clock, 24/7. All right, thanks, Von. See you soon.
See you guys.
Alrighty. Back to me. I think that worked. Well, I hope that works. Oh, good. Excellent. When a plan comes together. Next question is, DC Rainmaker out of bed. Do we give DC Rainmaker a bit of a hoy and see what he's up to? I think we should. Work the treat. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being a part of that. The audio is interesting that I have to pump the audio through the feed that you're seeing, but also to me, but not get a loop back. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that works. I'll refine that a little bit. We'll make the screens a little better. We'll make the switching a little easier for me. I'm running the entire show here, as you have to when you're running a stream. But that allows me to do interviews with anyone, anytime, anywhere, because that's Discord. As long as they've got bandwidth. If someone has a green screen, I can bring them in, the same as what I've got here. Yeah, cool. It's been a good day getting that sorted out. It has. I was using my AirPods, The AirPod Pros, I love these little things. But what happens when you go Bluetooth? The system really, and that the Bluetooth audio is the output of the call, the system compresses the absolute garbage out of it. It's horrible. It sounds really wishy-washy. So going corded sounds a lot better. I'll see if I can get around that with a better quality, because I've got to have that wired headset in. But Osher Ginsberg on stream, yes. I've known Osher for a few years now. Met Osher up in Sydney. So if people haven't seen one of Australia's most, what, he's been around, I was going to say most popular? Yeah, I guess that works. Popular, famous, loved. TV hosts, Osher Ginsberg. He's now streaming his Zwift sessions. He's in lockdown in Melbourne for 2 weeks. More than normal lockdown because they had an outbreak at work. 2 weeks locked in. You're just staying in that room, buddy. And the rest of the cast are too. So he had his set up with him. So he's just streaming and chatting to everyone. He's a TV host. Now Osher's done Channel V, if everyone remembers Channel V. He's in full isolation. So what, podcasts, TVs, The Bachelor, Australian Idol, Masked Singer. I mean, I'm not going to reel off everything he's done because I've got no idea. He's done lots and lots. Anyhow, Osher's on Zwift quite often, but he hasn't just picked Zwift and gone, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use this. It's something that's popular at the moment. He's been around for a long time. So up in Sydney, when I first went up to Sydney in 2015, at the Zwift event, Zwift was opening beta publicly. They had an event in Melbourne at Bike Gallery and one up in Sydney the next night at Rafa, or 2 nights later. So Osher just rocked up to that, said g'day. Where else have I caught up with Osher? Adelaide. Brodie O'Donnell, who's doing the commentary for SBS for the Tour de France. Brodie O'Donnell was doing she won the women's hour record, or set the new women's hour record, on over at the track there in Adelaide during the Tour Down Under, coached by Dr. Stephen Lane. Osher was there for support. We caught up with Osher there. Or else a few other places. Anyhow, I get a message the other day saying, hey mate, what do you know about streaming setups and stuff? I'm like, a little bit, not much, but I can help you out. So a little bit of time with Osher this week, getting that all set up. He's got help coming from everywhere, so he's got his stream absolutely smoking. Looks really good for what he's got. And I think it's perfectly suited for exactly this. He's got a ton of stories to tell, good life advice, knows audio, knows video. No, it's good stuff. I think Twitch Australia threw him on the front page straight away, and I think he had 600 concurrent viewers today. Now, I'm no Osher, but I've got 19 over on Twitch now. It sort of shows you the level that he's at with the reach. So that's 19 on Twitch, 166 on YouTube. Welcome along, YouTube. Thanks for your company. Yeah, really cool to see Osher on there. All right, good night, Barney. He was thrown straight on the front page. Yeah, boom. We are equality. Exactly. See, that's the thing about even the views that I get and the subscribers. I do appreciate all the subscribers and members to the channel. Really appreciate the members. They help keep the lights on. They really do for the channel. I've got a really compressed bunch of people who really know their shit. And that's why whenever I stuff up or touch a torque wrench in the wrong way, I'm grilled. I'm kept honest. I think everyone is right. I mean, I think everyone viewing the stream and viewing the content that I make, you already know what a smart trainer is. You already know what Zwift is. You already know what I'm about. So very condensed. You're like cordial. It's condensed. High quality. I actually had a lot of people, I guess drive-by viewers being on the front screen, jumping on going, what the hell is this? Is this a computer game? And he did a great job of explaining what it all is about. So it's all good. You have to upgrade your camera for Twitch, yep. So the one I'm running here is a Logitech Brio. Is it the... Yeah, well, the Brio, that's all it is. It's a 4K webcam. Nowhere near the quality you get out of a 4K proper camera, but it does okay. It does okay. Thanks for the kind words, Kevin. I genuinely have fun doing what I'm doing. If I can ride a bike, and then spend an hour or two riding a bike, then probably spend 8 hours making a video out of that ride, I'm happy. But if that means a few thousand people can have the same kind of experience with either the tech, the upgrades, buying new stuff, and enjoying that next ride a little more, that's cool. Very cool. Microphone that I'm running here, Samsung Go mic. Very, very small little condenser mic. Quality sounds great though. And that's the one thing, you've got to have quality audio. Scratchy audio or wishy-washy audio. You can get away with it for a few things like bringing people in, but the audio and lighting is king on Twitch. Image quality of my sweaty noggin is just a bonus. Speaking of which, we'll take the shine off the bowling ball. There we go. Rode NT, yes. A couple $100. That'll be the next bet because it's still small. I was using the Yeti, Blue Yeti. I have a G-Track Pro for the podcast stuff. But this little baby here, with a little dead cat, it's got a little dead cat on it. More like a dead mouse. Maybe just the head, dead mouse head. Seems to work well. Woo, here we go. Who's got number one? 139, oh that's flying. 139 under any wattage is at least 450 to 470, I'd say. For 139 up there. That's moving. 172.5 cranks. Snowball, that'll work, yep. Woo. Alright, just ticking it over. Getting the K's done. So, down here, volcano, back through the jungle, reverse of this. And then, I gotta stop going through the whole route. It keeps getting longer every time I say it. Tour de France, stage 4, 43 minutes away. Looking forward to that. Caleb's win last night. Oh, sorry, spoiler. Hope everyone saw it. Well, you know now. Phenomenal. Threaded the needle up the right-hand side. Ooh. Crazy. Well, if you're on the internet, and it's been, what, nearly 24 hours. I'm sure you've seen it. Yeah, unbelievable. Really interesting to see sprinters over the years. I was talking to Von about this today. Like Marcel Kittel, big unit. Greipel, big unit. Well, it was a big unit. He looks a lot skinnier nowadays, but big unit. But then you have the other sprinters. Cav, smaller unit. Robbie McEwen, smaller unit. Caleb Ewan, can't even see him. Hook wins the stage. Tiny. But if you look at him on the podium, his legs. Like if you were to buy a Christmas ham shaped like that, you'd be pretty pleased. Chunky. Just built for it. It's, I guess certain sports, they'll always find the people who have the physiology to excel. I was going to say that kid, I've seen him at the Bakerits. What was he, 16 when he was winning down there? He's no longer a kid, but man, absolutely flies. Was it Bennett on the line? He had just the speed he had against him. Whew. You can't do anything about that. Fair and square. Given how many lines he had to take. Oof. Dr. Slane has a couple of national titles, yeah. I think he finally got some, was it last year or the year before? I think that quite a few of us denied Slane some results over the years. But he's finally got, I think he's got the Champion of Champions, which is points over 3 of the events for the Master stuff. He smoked the TT. I think it was over in Adelaide. All right. Good afternoon, or good evening, India. Probably afternoon in India. I should have a world map. You couldn't push Caleb over, mate. Center of gravity is about 2 inches off the ground for that kid. He threw one wicked headbutt / elbow at someone the other day. If you watch the slow-mo replay, it was a bit of a desperate move. It's a stage 1, I think. Saw someone come through with a red helmet and give another guy a full... I mean, you've got to watch the thing from every single angle, I guess, to know. We only saw the front on. It didn't look too good. But sprinters. Sprinters be sprinters. Doing their thing. But last night's the weaving. Awesome. I've ridden next to him at the Ballarat Nationals here. They did a lap of the course for in honour of a cyclist who was killed. And all the pros turned up and just rode next to Caleb. He's seriously this big on a bike. In the pro peloton, he just tucks away. Whew. Gone from B, but nothing to absolutely thrashing races from C grade. Yeah, nice one to B grade in a year. C grade to B grade in a year. See, you've always had something in the legs. If you can go from C to B in a year, and you're looking into A grade, bring it on. Good job. A lot of the time you'll find the bump up from B grade, depending on where you are racing, but what I found is B grade to A grade, the overall pace, really, like, sometimes B grade overtook A grade in some of the crits we were doing. But A grade, when it's on, and when it's repeatedly on, that's where it's different. And at the end, it's one thing to survive a race and be in the bunch at the end. It's another thing to be in contention for the win. Very different things. Do I think Wahoo will ever release a GPS fitness watch? If they do, they've got their work cut out for them. Episode session with Dr. Slane. Yeah, for sure. If Slane can get some bandwidth, where Slane is at the moment doesn't have very good bandwidth at all. So yeah, for sure. We'll have to be socially distant. But we can bring Slane in and have a chat for sure. We can bring anyone in for a chat. Speaking of which, let's have a look at what's going on. Oh, emails rolling in. The pros are so small, yeah. TV's live. Look, if you go to the TDU, and they all stay at the Hyatt across the road from where they get their bikes serviced, or the service course every day. And you're standing there waiting at the lights with all the pros. They're small dudes. They're small dudes. Amazon, there we go. Dispatch notifications. That's the smart desk upgrades. 3 more upgrades coming in for the smart desk before I've even built the whole thing. So I thought of an extra few things that a smart desk must have. So coming soon on that one. Jet Black Vault on the lab soon. The team from Jet Black say there was one earmarked. Heading my way. Still haven't seen it though. Though I did see one up for sale second hand already, so they're out there. Kicker full review coming soon. Rob, I'm just toying with the last couple of days. The automatic calibration, how does it work? How can we break it? How do we know it's going to work? So, just to dig into a bit of that. And again, more and more and more Ks on it because people are always asking, is it going to break? Is it going to have the same issues? I'm still on it, same unit, still going strong. What am I running on Zwift currently? Running in what respect? Let me know. Current firmware version for 5.30, probably 6.00. If it won't update, USB, Garmin Express. Make sure it's a data cable. And then, failing that, you can jump over to Garmin. If you type in Garmin Edge 520 firmware forum, it should point you towards the forums. There should be a link somewhere where you can grab the GCD file and make it happen forcefully. Apple TV or PC? This is PC tonight. Windows 10. The smart desk into a Genius desk. Well, given it's going to have an Google Home Mini on it, it's going to be a very smart desk. It's going to have all the answers. Di2 on Zwift, big difference in mechanical. Brad, no, not really. It's just, it makes your bike like this, a mouse click, rather than doing the whole paddle shift. That's all. And the shifts are just like, bang, bang. Oh, that's with the thumb shifter. So, I just like it. Nice and crisp. Favorite route on all of Zwift? Watopia Hilly. Short 9.5k route. We raced over that many, many times. It's part of the course we're on now. I could probably ride it with my eyes closed and tell you exactly where I am based on the gradient. What Di2 mode? S1. Synchro 1 is my fave. Not sure. Actually, it'd probably work in racing. I wouldn't ever go full synchro in racing. I want full control of my front chainring. But S1, semi-synchro, does what you do anyway. If you're going from small ring to big ring, you always go 2 up on the back or thereabouts. Big ring to smaller ring, you always go 2 harder on the back or 2 down. So Synchro 1 just does that for you by default. It can be customized. But S1. I haven't covered that. I should do a Zwift Di2 tip, maybe? It's easy to set. You just double click. If you've got the right configuration, just double click on the junction box. It changes modes. If you have the wireless module, it'll tell you what mode you're in. Or you can change it from the head unit. And you can change other people's modes from their head unit too, but let's not talk about that. You can go down too well with that video. It's not secure. You can really have fun with your friends. By fun, I mean screwing the gearing system up. But again, it's just a double click to change it out, so it's all good. Elite Suto in the LAMA lab. There might be an Elite Suto floating around. Yes, there is. Volcano, here we come. Again, tonight's ride, not stressing the strain gauges. We'll give the strain gauges a rest on all the power meters tonight. Nothing too hard. Even my heart rate monitor's at half power. 122 beats. Alrighty, we'll find out where Von is. Or maybe we could flick to view mode on Von. We can spy on where she's at. So we go more fine Zwifters. Mitchich. She's the only Mitchich on here. Fan view. She's coming down the volcano. We'll give Von a call. Looks like she's on the home stretch. 43k's done. Before I have to hit up the climb. Alrighty. Back to me. Don't worry, I'll hassle DC Ramika soon. He might not be on this call, but we can do it another day if he's not. So we're going around the volcano before we go up. Always. the long way. 28 Ks. Alrighty. Alrighty, one sec, Von, I'll bring you in. I've got to rename these a little better. My screens are renamed something weird. Mrs. Llama, welcome along. It's all downhill from here for you. All downhill?
Oh, yeah. 5.3 Ks to go to the start-finish line.
Easy done.
Yeah. What I've
Right,
realised,
give it a
though,
go.
is I haven't drunk enough, so I need to hydrate.
Good point. I've got all the drink bottles. I just haven't drunk them myself. Hang on one sec.
Well, let me do some talking so you can have some drinks too.
There we go. I'm going to put you back in view mode so we can find you.
I'm in the belly of the beast right now.
You won't be too far from me. I'm just going through the volcano and we're about to head up, so I'll be a while to go yet.
Well, we'll cross over, yeah.
There we go. We've got you in fan view, Von.
Here we are. Beautiful.
All right, any
Beautiful
questions
view going
for
down
Mrs.
the mountain.
Llama? Fire away.
Yeah, so just on the Three Sisters loop,
Yep.
coming into the last 4 kilometres. So nice, this kind of rolling descent down to the finish line. It's really good. I think all up this route is about 44 kilometres.
We're on 44.3 now, we can see. Hour 50. So, hour 50. Okay, there you go. There's indication how long you've been going for.
48.5
There we
with
go.
895 metres vert. So
Yep.
flying tonight. Loving it.
Good stuff. All right, you're on full screen now. Looking good. Cool.
Yeah, it's been good. Really good pace tonight. Didn't quite crack the 100 k's an hour going down the radio tower earlier on. So I've got to get my right power-ups.
Yeah, I was going to say, which power-up did you have on that one? I think the helmet's the best one to have on that.
You think so?
Yep.
I think I had my friend had a van, but she implemented it too late. So she rolled from a slow start.
Okay.
And didn't hit it at the
van as
Y.
you're approaching someone. Yeah, that'll work. So, Von, a question coming in. What's more painful, Zwift climbing or living with Mr. Llama? You've got 2 Mr. Llamas to choose from, too.
I think
There's 2 of
Zwift
us.
climbing because Mr. Llama does eventually sleep. So
Both of us. Actually, we both have a nap during the day, don't we?
yes, I get my quiet time.
I was out this afternoon, I think at 3 p.m. Gone. So we're up, last night watching the tour.
We were watching the tour last night, yeah.
And
really
then-
looking forward to it.
And other
Tonight.
Mr. Llama's always up at 7 on the dot. 7 every single day. So,
Yep.
yeah.
No, that was good. Oh, Kicker Bike's moving me around. Hello. Woohoo!
Okay, so trainer difficulty, Von, tonight?
50%.
Okay.
I was doing the radio tower, so I wanted to make sure I could spin up that
Well, I guess
one without
technically
dying.
you can make sure you have the right virtual cassette. So you really don't need to do that. But it doesn't matter anyway. You'll get different virtual tilt, though, on the bike. I'm not sure there's any hack for the bike. There's a hack for this where we can convert the wheelbase to something that's longer, so we actually get the right tilt with different trainer. I'm not sure which
just
bike.
camera
though.
angle. There we go.
There we go. Got the gravel bars happening, have you?
Yeah, here I am in the drops now. I'm still red in the face from the climb of the third sister.
Getting ready for the sprint. You're well
Yeah.
positioned there. I can see you on screen.
Yeah. That's
All
good.
right.
So how far have you got to go?
I have you on the screen now, so I have no idea. I'm probably just under halfway. We have Volcano, and then all the way down, Titans again, back around sort of the reverse Hanks.
Okay,
so-
yeah.
I'll be here till after 10. But the tour starts
Bigfoot
in
Hills
20.
is a good route.
You've done it?
No, I've got it next up, so I'm going to
Okay.
propose that for my next Wednesday ride.
Yep. There's no epic com, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
The ones I've steered clear of finish with the Elp to Zwift. Or about 50 million times up Box Hill, so we haven't done those.
Yeah. Yep, I've got
What's the time?
PRL half tomorrow.
Oof. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, half of those climbs are descents too, so. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Cup
Rest.
half empty. Yes, not half full.
I don't find the London climbs as pinchy. I think they're nice steady climbs, so yeah, I can kind of tick them over without too much troubles.
Unlike Radio Tower.
Yeah.
Which is just like
in
real
life.
life.
Zwift, really.
Help to Zwift. Yeah. No, 12%, 13%. We can do with that.
It's not
Backside
that
of
long.
Innsbruck. Innsbruck backside near the slap.
I actually
Not
like
good.
that one. I don't know
Really?
why. I think because it steps just at that nice. Yeah.
That nice
I like it.
15%. Yeah, that's no one likes 15%.
I prefer it to the front side of Innsbruck. Let me tell you that.
No, that's front side's fine. It's just a bit of a chill. Oh, here we go. I'm obviously on a climb here. I'll watch you go through to the finish.
Yeah, I've got 1.9 k's to go. Just come up to the tunnel now, through to the start-finish line with the
Right,
left-hander.
now, how are you tracking your Zwift badges?
I
you
have
old
a
school spreadsheet? Oh.
from the way old days, before there was such a thing as Zwift Hub. When it was purely a concept in someone's mind.
Yeah. An XLS spreadsheet, is it?
Yeah.
Or is it a Google Docs?
No. It's stored in Google Docs as an XLS.
Oh, good.
Love it.
No, I got tired of updating it manually. I like clicking the button on Zwift Hub because you still have to do it manually.
Satisfying. Yeah.
You're like, yes. And like, how far am I got? Oh, another 1,000 k's to go.
Look, I still have Zwift Hub open in the background, but I found that some of their distance reporting is a little bit skewish here and there.
I think some of the lead-ins have changed. That's what's wrong. The overalls,
Really?
I think, are accurate. Yeah, but the lead-ins have changed. So just here,
Okay.
actually, where you're riding past someone there in orange, that's a new spawn point, I think.
Oh.
So I think spawn points have just changed a little bit. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. PDM, great noise reduction. Yeah, Pete, look, I'm running the RTX voice filter on me just here, which is the or the Discord conversation I'm having with Von. So you guys hear the good stuff. Von hears the good stuff. Coming back from Von, I'm running the output also through RTX voice. So for Von's running Discord anyway with the call. Probably has some filtering her end, which you could turn off. It doesn't really matter. But because my system is pumping that through the filtering as well, which hopefully is working okay. Von will always sound like she's on a phone call of some type, but as long as you can hear what we're saying.
Yeah, I've also got a fan blowing directly on my microphone here, so if that's filtering that out through both of those filters, that's great.
You need a little dead cat. Or what I've got here, a little dead mouse.
A fluffy.
A little fluffy, yeah. The ones I use on GCN are hilarious. If you watch GCN, they use little fluffy ones, but then it's like a little tennis ball.
Fluffy tennis ball.
They work really, really well, though.
Ah, okay. 700 meters. Rolling
Good job.
past Baywatch Towers.
How's the newbie group? Is there a newbie group coming up?
Oh, not yet.
Where's the newbies? Is that the newbies there?
Nope.
There's one. There's two. There's Zwift newbies.
Here.
That's where Zwifters are born.
Here somewhere.
I reckon that's one there. There we go. Conga line.
There they are.
Wee.
Well, 300 to go. So I've rolled my friend on all of the comms except the first one. Do I roll her on the line?
No. The honourable thing to do is let them. No. Let your friend take it. If you're not sprinting, just pull up and go. Yeah, no, I wasn't racing. I didn't sprint. No, don't.
Are you in fan view? Do you know what I'm doing?
I can see exactly what you're doing, and so can a lot of other people. So now you stop pedaling now. Let your friend roll. You press F1 on the keyboard, give a wave.
Done.
That's all class.
Wrap edge! Oh my god!
Quick.
No! Oh.
So Von's just hung the call up, and now we're back on screen with me. Because Von needed to get the route badge.
Oh no! I don't know if I actually got it. Oh no! At that moment.
Von's pretty much hung up the video call.
No.
So she could get the route. Hey Von.
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah.
Welcome back. That's funny. The way I've captured this screen here is when you disappeared, it just had me on screen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can pull this up. Hang on, if I can click yeah. So it was just me. That's green screen. The rest of this is Llama Lab, which is all junked. Oh, Stages bike next to me, and a spare towel. So
That it didn't green screen you?
no, I don't have a chroma key on this little insert that I'm using for you because you don't have a green screen. So I haven't put one on there.
Oh, good.
Inception indeed.
Welcome everyone to our mess.
All right, so Von, the Zwift effect's going to kick in. How many Ks are you going to do? You're at 49.3, and you're almost at 2. So you cannot step off the bike now.
No, I have to get the 50.
Okay, I was going to say the 2 hours or the 50. You're best off going for the 50. Yeah.
No, 50 Ks flat. I've
Cool.
hit 900 meter vert exactly. Oh, which means I need to turn. Oh, not go up there, pick up.
Yeah, don't go up there.
Oh, sorry, there's Zwift.com.
So if I jump back to my map on the companion app, oh, actually no, the companion app goes to fan view as well. What I was hoping to do is be in my view mode for the companion app, which is next to me. Doesn't work like that because I'm in view mode. I've now got your phone on screen.
I've just had a couple of friends message me that the Zwift Academy has gone live.
Yes.
On Zwift Insider, you can see it. I don't know if you've already spoken about that.
Yep, had a bit of a chat. Somebody pointed that out earlier on. So
cool.
run, ride, and fry. All 3 running at once, I believe.
Amazing.
I haven't gone through the full press release. I got it at the same time as everyone else. So
Yeah, cool.
we'll have a look at that later on.
That's brilliant. It's so good to have something like that to look forward to. So that'll be coming up soon. We can
More training
live stream
sessions.
some of those. Yeah.
Training sessions. I like the events though. So the Haute Route France is coming up on the 18th. So we'll have to do those.
Yep,
I
I've
think
got
there's-
the Rafa Women's 100 this Sunday.
Dude's
So
gone
that'll be on
sideways.
Zwift.
Yep.
That's a big one. 50 kilometres, that's me done. Right
Good
at 9
stuff.
p.m. here.
Rock and roll. The tour starts in 18 minutes and 58 seconds.
Oh,
That's the
enough
live
time for
stream.
a snack and a shower.
A pipe and a pancake. We're pulling out all the video themes tonight.
Yeah, that's
Alrighty.
awesome.
Please make my OCD happy with Von finishing exactly at 50.0. Otherwise, it'll trigger me.
All done,
Well,
peeps. Thank you.
You'll be able to see that on Strava in a moment. Von, you're uploading to Strava.
Yes, I am.
And did you get this screenshot though with the route badge?
I'm just looking. I'm looking.
That's as important as the badge itself.
No. I didn't get it.
Can you make one up?
Yeah, you can download it from the companion app. So keep your eyes peeled
just
from the Strava.
Just screenshot it from your companion app. Okay, cool. Too easy. Well, that's worked very well. Von, we'll leave you with it.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks
We
for
can
your
even
support tonight.
we can do group chats with this too.
Yeah,
So we can
who
have
we're going to bring in?
I got no idea. I'm going to hassle Ray. What do you think?
What's Ray up to? Should I ping him and see if he's free tonight for a chat or another day?
I'll ping him. Don't worry. I'll hassle him.
Like a used car salesman.
Yeah. I got a deal for you. Come on my YouTube channel.
I'll make you famous.
I think it's the other one here. By the way, Ray's hit over 200,000 subs too.
Oh,
Ray just nudged over
congratulations
the
to Ray.
200,000 subs on his YouTube channel, so that's huge.
That's
Absolutely
brilliant.
huge.
Yeah.
It'll be
He's
300,000
big
if
in YouTube.
it'll be 300,000 very soon if there's a new GoPro out. This time every year there's a new GoPro. There's always new GoPros.
Eurobike about this time every year.
What? Don't remind me. My Facebook memories come up. We're missing out. No, we always have fun with that. It's never about the Eurobike show. It's about hanging out, having pizza, visiting castles, doing all the things couples do.
Well, I guess we'll soon be family road tripping.
Ah.
Like the Von Trapp family.
Alrighty, watch habit. Welcome along. 7.3 million drops. Yeah, Von, what are you spending your drops on? You just said you bought your S-Works bike.
S-Works bike, and yeah, that's right. We changed topic. I bought the Cervelo Aspero.
The
Grav dog bike for
mate.
for all my grav dogging Zwift. it's pretty cool. Love the red colour. I'm keeping it the original red. And I did think about making it pink, but I'm going to keep it red.
Cool. Fluid, we're doing very well in lockdown. Well enough. Look, we can't see family. We can't travel. But we get to stay at home and set up little things like this where we can Discord each other from different rooms in the same house and share that experience with everyone on the internet. So we're making the most of it, mate, the best we can.
Well, I can take you to the circus in the next call if you want. We'll set up over here for that.
Well, now this works. We can Discord from anywhere, bring people in from any place.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, Fluid's in Perth, Von. You loved your time over in Perth?
I love Perth. I was trying to get over there just as they had locked down the borders to go visit my sister. So
River Loops, love River Loops. How many times? So Von, you were over there for work for 3 months, and I tagged along back in 2015. Good racing scene over in Perth. Really welcoming. Well, until you get in a breakaway, they're not very welcoming, but it's all good. We roll turns. No, that was great. Yeah, River Loops along Shelley there. Depending on the rain and the wind at 2 p.m. that always comes in. But it's just nice. Perth was nice. It's remote.
Yeah, and like the bike paths and bike network around there is really fantastic.
When you get shown around by locals.
Yeah, you can really make your own way here as well.
So getting shown around by Melissa and uppers.
Yeah, and the Brad Hall cycle group. I did a lot of their fitness things.
South Perth
crazy hours in the morning.
Yep.
Those guys too.
The paths and stuff are way better now, mate. Last time I was over there, heading south on the Kwinana freeway, I had to drop over to the golf course side. Horrible path. But, following everyone over there now, it looks like the paths are all good. So, Collie Donnybrook was on the other day. Von, we raced Collie Donnybrook over there.
Yeah,
106k
that was
handicap.
One of my most epic hunger flats in a long time over there. It was so hot, we weren't used to it. It was just
August 19th, 2015, I think it was 21 degrees. And coming from Melbourne, that was just very foreign to us being that hot.
It was quite funny because...
Yep.
Yeah, we were in the same race because it's a handicap race. Yeah. It's where they let people off in groups. And I remember seeing Shane's bunch pass me, and I had about 30 k's to go. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was like getting dropped off groups. And I was like, oh no, I'm definitely hunger flatting. Oh, this is the most horrific thing. And it was like 5 k's to get back to the start-finish line. And all I could think of was, Shane must be back and wondering where I am. I hope he gets the car to come and get me because I really can't even finish. And then I got past the finish line and just was like, where were you? He's like, what's your problem?
So that race, they wouldn't let me. I was relatively unknown over there, I guess, to the cycling WA, so I wasn't allowed in scratch, even though I requested it. I was going quite well at the time. I thought that my Champion Lakes, I was second or first or doing well. The AT
time trials down
I was doing okay in those, so I thought that was a good enough result to get in scratch. Wasn't the case. They put me in the 5 or the 8 minute bunch, I think it was. So I had to bite my tongue, wait. And I thought, well, I can never win this thing get a decent result being in the 5 minute bunch, unless I really rest up and come through with scratch. Then I thought, you know what, bugger, I'll just get on the front and drive. It's a good TT effort. So it was that day that Graham Brown, I think, took the course record. First one for many, many years over there. But I remember Guy Kalma and myself were on the front driving. It was funny. I'm not sure Guy knew I was over in Perth. And it's funny when you're racing your bike and someone you know comes past, like, g'day, mate, how you doing? It's like, what are you doing? Come on there. Talk to you after the race. But I do remember Brownie in his drop back kick gave me an absolute mouthful once because I didn't pull a turn. I didn't pull through at one point. Here's this pro rider. Fair enough, everyone's got to do their own turns, their own work. And I'm getting this mouthful. I'm like, I feel privileged. I've just been abused by a pro rider. Great. I was pulling on the front for the last 40 k's, you fruitcake. Anyhow, that's racing. That's what it's all about. I'm sure I've dished out a few words of advice for my own benefit. No, I'm done. You pull the last turn. I remember up in New South Wales, we did the gunning road race for the New South Wales champs.
love that
Oh, you're
road
gone.
out
Your
there.
audio. Sorry, the wind.
No, I really love I love that road out there. And it gunning. It's a
It was
great
long.
rolling course.
Yeah, the turnaround point. So I'd gone solo with, I think it was about 19k to go. Up the climb, down the climb. It was half the TT course, so I knew the course well. And Ronald Visser, I believe it was, came across with me from Sydney Univelo at the time. And he had a few teammates back in the bunch. So I was like, great. And we were just dangling. And I think the last time, I'm like, I'm done. I got nothing. You pull as hard as you can. Let's get to the line. He ripped the biggest turn on the front. I'm just like, boom. But it was, yeah, that's racing. It was all good. Had it done to me many times. But anyway, it's all good. Ronald was stoked with the second. It was awesome. It was a solid bunch, like, screaming down on us. By the way, Vaughn, Anna Philippe, you a fan? How good does Anna Philippe look in yellow? There we go.
Did you see his bike? Did you see his bike? It was all black, the new Tama SL7. With
I saw the bike.
Yellow bar tape.
It's all class.
Yeah, really
Yep.
good. Really good.
Yep.
Fashion is on point. It's looking great with the black nicks and the yellow jersey.
Does I think his nicks have the yellow stitching.
Stitching.
Oh. That's fashion. I love it.
Yeah. Speaking of, we need to get you some new clothes.
Hey, 3 years out of these, I haven't worn through them yet.
Check my new top.
Matches your new bike to your new bike
It
in
does.
life, in real life. Yeah. The yellow chain was dope. Yellow chain?
Yes.
Oh.
Check it out tonight.
Yellow shorts not on. Yeah, no, yellow shorts. But the yellow pins, like the yellow seams. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So
I did
good.
feel for the poor guy in polka dots when the rainstorm came through. Because he's full white kit with a couple of red dots. Like,
Red card, yeah. No. The full yellow onesie, no. Hey, there we go. Up a hill. Alright, Yvonne, I'll leave you with it. Thanks for joining. Thanks for testing out this new
worries,
tech
guys.
for us.
yeah.
I'm pretty
it's
confident we can
exciting.
spin this up. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
do-
we can teleconference through another room some other time.
Yeah. Well, the only rooms we go to is the dinner table and the kitchen and bath time with Max. And I don't think we'll be filming bath time with Max. That's crazy
That's
time.
boring.
Yeah. I keep getting the little the wash rag thrown at me. Yates will look way better in yellow. Oh, Brad. Will Yates take yellow? Ooh, I don't know.
We'll see.
know.
See tonight.
All right, Von, we'll leave you to it. Thanks for joining us. I'm off to
Thanks,
Hassel Ray,
guys.
but I've got another 40k to go. We're still good. I haven't started eating yet. All right, thanks, Von. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, good to have Von on the stream. And with that tech working, means we can bring anyone in. Anyone. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever brought someone else live into the stream. It's not that I don't trust anyone else, I just don't trust myself to get the technology right. Question is Mr. Maker out and about? I am so cross-chaining this, let's not bother with doing that. Rock and roll. Might be lunchtime over there. Ravi Alien Night. Hey, there's nothing. That was very Aussie of me, wasn't it? Nothing more motivating than being on someone else's live stream and they're like, I'm going for the sprint. You're like, hell, no, you're not. I got this. So with that, I was on the Stages bike. And sprints are funny. Sometimes, like, especially outside, you can overgear or undergear. Indoors is even harder to know what gear to choose. It depends on how your trainer responds. It depends what gear you're in. Depends on the terrain. With the Stages bike, if you grab the brakes, it just like pours on the resistance. And because it uses the power meters on the cranks, the more resistance, the harder you push. In game, the faster you go. You still got to produce the watts. But on that one, I've opened up the sprint and then jammed on the virtual or the real brake on the flywheel. And then I had something huge to push against. So I think I cracked 1100 for 10 seconds there. That's what I was aiming for a couple of weeks back. Very happy with that. But those sprints are all about sprinting well before the start. You'll see a lot of people who haven't figured the numbers out just yet. Like for example here, they'll wait for the sign, they'll wait for the sign, they'll wait for the sign. And then, go now! But the sprint isn't about the first to the line, it's about the fastest from A to B. So you want to be at maximum speed at the start. And it makes sense to be at maximum speed because it's better to fade at the end because you fade slower than you go. Anyway, sprint well before. Sprint well before. So, if you know the course, that really helps. We're going back up through the volcano again. Okay, so through the volcano, tightens, reverse hilly, reverse Watopia wall, and then we go. Welcome along, Bath Salts. Morning or night time there, mate? Must be early morning. Must be morning. If I don't get the tech right, the rest of us must be up the creek with how to... Look, I'm no expert, really. I fumble my way through this stuff. It's just like Lego. Someone else does all the hard work, and I just put the pieces together. And I hope that the videos I make on putting the small pieces together helps people out. Like I trawl forums daily, looking for what's new, what's cool, other ways to put this Lego together, and sharing that out. So the resource I use is the community, just the same as the community watch what I do. So it's all a big family. Lee Matthews back to Mitchelton Scott. I guess he was a bit dark on not being picked for the tour. I mean, previous green jersey winner, not just wearer, winner, and recent winner, he took out some other race I don't know the name of. So he's on form. Obviously 3 weeks is a little different than a single day race, but bling's bling. Back to Mitchelton Scott. Adding to the rumour mill, heard whispers. If anyone can confirm, Mitchelton Scott to Bianchi next year. Pure speculation, pure rumour. Mitchelton Scott to Bianchi. Let's see if that comes true. Not that it really matters. I mean, a rider is a rider is a rider. We'll see. All right, just chilling this ride. There's no work. This is definitely not a workout ride tonight. This is just long endurance. Workout was done today. My 5-er workout, which included 1 hard sprint and 3 of the intervals of the 5 I was meant to be doing. I pulled the pin. I was toast. Mitchelton Bianchi sounds now. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Yeah, we shall see. Anyway, that's. As I said, it doesn't really matter what bikes people are on. They're all running Shimano power meters. It doesn't even matter what cranks they run, to be honest. But it's the rider and the rider smarts that wins the race. And if you saw Caleb's win last night, God damn, what a win! What a win! Here I am at 138 watts, getting hungry. They're always changing names. Look at Ineos this year. Ineos, Land Rover, whatever they are. Oh, sorry, my advanced stream. How to. Thank you for the reminder. I'm still learning. The additional video on how to get the phone in, like so, and how to do the audio filtering. That was, I guess, part of that. Grenadiers. I know, I was just having a bit of fun with Land Rover. Frame drop, yeah, looks like it. It's prime Netflix and chill time here, so it's late at night. Alright, not far to go. 28 Ks or so. One of the longer route badges. Just wait till I do PRL full. That stream will go all day long. Mitchelton Melbourne Star. Well, Melbourne Star came back a few years ago. Was it the Avanti brand, or they merged with Avanti? They did something with Avanti. I had a Melbourne Star TT bike for a while. They seem to go very well in a straight line. I have a Discord server. Even though I've got Discord here and I brought Von M on Discord, I don't need to be wearing these. That was just for the phone call. What would a Discord server do for me? I'm in a few little chat servers. I'm familiar with chat servers. I used to hang out on IRC when hashtags were rooms, not complaints. Or hashtags on Twitter, which is usually just complaints these days. Fans. Yeah, Bluetooth headphones. Jerry, I've got the iPod Pros right here. I even had them engraved with the word Gplama. Oh, you can just see that. I just don't trust it enough. And what I found was when I was bringing in the audio from Discord into the stream, it had really downgraded the quality of that audio. Just sent it over Bluetooth. And that's what the stream was picking up on, and it sounded horrible. The corded stuff sounds fine. That's why I'm using cords at the moment. So I'll have a look at that, or I'll switch to something maybe... Is there an updated version or a pro version of Discord where I can do the audio codecs? Mitchell and Curve, and they've got to race the Walmer handlebars. Nitro, yeah. I see the Nitro thing in front of me here for Discord, but I don't know what it does. So, IRC, mate, we were on a hashtag Ballarat. You know who used to hang out in hashtag Ballarat? Von, Mrs. Lama. We're showing our age. So, I need to add things to my day that what would you call streamline things, speed things up. Being on an IRC server is not going to do that. I see the new refresh to Facebook these days is going to help me a hell of a lot because it's virtually unusable. I load Facebook now with its new skin, even though you can convert back. It converted me back again to the new thing. My Facebook has one. Usually, you could go there and see 3 or 4 things at once. Get a lay of the land, you know, like you stand on top of a mountain. You can see your enemy coming. Facebook, you load it up. Can't see shit. So, close Facebook. I'm just using it on the mobile now. It's horrible. So, anyway, long story short, I don't have enough bandwidth to do an IRC server or a chat server. I'd love to have a camera up in the corner of the LAMA lab all the time. Because it's kind of interesting watching things getting shuffled in and out. But if I drop my DAX and throw on a set of nicks, I forget the camera's there. I guess people could pay for that too. Alright, anyway. And Discord handle the bandwidth, ha ha. Ha ha. It's the time. Time better spent. A lot of runners on course, look at that. Llama After Dark. His Facebook was horrible. Look, I know I'm sounding like the old. Enjoy your breakfast, Jerry. Speaking of which, I gotta eat more. 2 guesses what I have. No, everyone knows. Cliff bars. Yeah, I hate to sound old moaning about the new Facebook layout, but oh, TF is on. Hey, all right, give me a sec. That's all happening. We've got a good chat going on. I'm over halfway. I have a clip bar. The 2 is starting. How good does this get? Better if I was on the couch, but we'll get this route badge done. Then I'll go to the couch. Sofa. Anybody else call it a couch? Is it an Aussie thing or a... It's hard to know. We adopt both UK, the US, and we make our own ones up. I guess the truly Aussie thing would be to sit on an esky and watch the telly. Bingo, Toby, you've nailed it. So what I think Facebook have done is they've tablicized the site. Remember Windows 8 and was it tablet mode? What was that? I think they've done the same. Oh man yelling at cloud. Absolutely. I think we all are. News groups. Oz.bicycle was where it was at. Many hours on Oz.bicycle. The depart. Okay, hang on. Where's my live stream go? Can't really pump through here. So if I hit. Apologies if I'm actually not. I can mute that. Bang. Cool. Good. I'm using desktop audio for a lot of its audio capture. Here we go. Hang on. One sec. Trying to arrange my next interview on here with the Discord. There we go, 2.4. So the stream I'm watching now is 2.4, 2.3 to depart. That's where I'm at. So if you 2. 2.3, yeah, 2.3 went off. Wow. 20k to go. 20, 50, 60, yeah. Alright, we'll see if we can get Ray on board. Hey! Back on Titan's Grove. It is just a chill ride tonight. I just need the case. Dial up bulletin boards, Andy. All right. My first modem was a Maestro 14.4. We could tweak the AT settings to get the thing to, I think 1640 CPS, characters per second. So Andy, if you're really old school, you would have been a 9600. Yeah, there we go. What were you on? 300? 24. You know when guys try to one-up each other? That's trying to one-down each other. Andy, you win. The Maestro 14.4 was only just new. It cost me $505. Was it a 25-port serial? COM2? That was fun. Tech nerd. See, that's going to disappear soon. How do I explain that to little Max? Back in the day, one of my first jobs was with a guy called Russ Eden in Horsham, where I lived. He started a computer store for when computers were the first desktops were coming along. 286s just into 386s. And people were getting to do spreadsheets and budgeting at home. So Russ started a company called AgTech for all the farmers and stuff. Did very, very well, selling a lot of computers. 4.5 hours for Nvidia. Nice. So Russ got into cycling later. I've got a big story about Russ. Russ passed away a couple of years ago. But not after I'd found him again through cycling. He was my boss. My very first job. And he got into bikes. He was into it. Right into his bikes. But that's where I cut my teeth with the early computer stuff. I've still got the receipt for my 14.4 modem. With Russ's signature on it. 286. Yeah, I started off with the 28610. 1 meg of RAM, 40 meg hard drive. I think coming from that time, you appreciate what we have now is just insanely, like the capacity of the storage, but also how unoptimized it was. The first hard drive I had was 40 megabytes. People have like a lot smaller than that. Whereas now, the video card drivers, I get 500 meg just for the video card drivers that come down every couple of days. Insane. We weren't an Apple house. I had to wait for Apple to go to x86 before I'd touch it. Depart. 600 meters. Sorry, I'm watching the tour at the same time, so lots happening here. Lots and lots happening. Except not a lot of what's happening. Ooh. So when Doom... Was it Doom 1 or Doom 2? It might have been Doom 1 came out. 1.44 meg floppies. Downloading that on a 14.4, man. Kids these days, I don't know how well they got it. But it gave us an appreciation for, really getting to know the hardware. I wasn't quite into assembly for that level debugging, but just, knowing a program language that wasn't so high level. Stages bike, no, I'm on my bike tonight. Stages bike earlier on today. Thoughts? Okay, even though the Kicker bike has the best levers as a whole, I'll go out on a limb and say the Stages bike has the best grip ergonomics. It's over here, you can't see it. Thank you, Chris. It's just off to the side there. The shape of the levers is really, really nice. It's just the buttons that let it down a little bit compared to the alternative. There's a ton of stuff going on in the back. The additional satellite shifters for the Stages bike also works with the makey. So I've been tinkering with steering and the makey for a smart bike for Grand Theft Auto bike. More on that soon. I'll do a live stream with smart bike steering. It's heaps of fun. Makey's heaps of fun. I tried to show Max the makey, but he just wanted to eat it. Still too young. Alright, there we go. Breakaway formed yet? No, they're trying hard. Who have we got? That's 2 from Israel Startup Nation, or whatever they're called these days, is it? Astana. Who else? Pello looks to be happy with that. 180 to go. Feels like I got 180 on this thing to go too. How's Mr. Mullet going last night? Big solo right there at the end. Beautiful mullet. Beautiful. Okay, who have we got? Israel, Sunweb, Total. Thank you, Quote Filmography. Much appreciated. I hope my videos come out okay. It's a balance between really polishing up the jump cuts and the intros and the outros and actually getting something uploaded, because if you're obviously filmography, you know all about that, trying to make something perfect. If you, perfection means you won't actually do anything. Are you going to chat with Ray? Well, he was out for a run, so we'll see. See if when Ray's back, we'll have a chat. I've still got some K's to be done here. Yes is the answer. We'll keep hassling Ray, don't worry. If not, we'll get Von back on. Oh, Dowsett's going to be a dad. Awesome. Awesome. Great guy. If you could bike electronic wine, yeah. The Stages bike is utterly silent. No. Put your ear to the flywheel. It has a bit of a hum. Right when it's like pouring on the resistance. The Stages bike has a bit of a to it. Nothing, it's not loud at all, but it's there. I think the most silent bike is the Neo bike, yet they put a ratcheting free hub in the thing, so when you're not pedaling, it's loud as balls. Stages power meter, 4i single. What's your review? Loved it. Yeah, look, McLeod, no issues at all with most of the single-sided Shimano power meters. They do exactly what they say. I find them all pretty much within spec on the side of the box. What they say they are, they do. And what they measure is exactly what they measure. People say, oh, they're inaccurate. They don't measure total power. No, that's not what they do. So it'll take your left side and double it. Assuming you're always left and right balanced. We're hardly ever left or right balanced. But over a long ride, you should be close. And for what those things measure, they're pretty good. Stages Gen 3 is probably the better pick of the bunch from what they've produced in the last few years, which is the latest Gen Stages. 4Is, don't think I had any issues with that single-sided. In peak, that unit turned out really well. Not sure I broke apart the Pioneer into a single side. But the best part about those single-sided crank arms is the crank is symmetrical. Well, the design of the crank isn't like the other side. Oh, there we go, the Magine Ridge. Yeah, sorry. Magine Ridge. There was an XKD one as well. Double-sided IQ squared pedals. Nope. No word, Andy, from IQ squared. We had Ray had a set delivered. I had a set delivered. They've delivered to a few backers by hand, which is sort of the PR marketing material they've done. But no words on this double-sided, nor the mountain bike versions of those. Oh, look. How likely would it be if the next generation of the Shimano cranks will be designed with a power meter in mind? Yeah, Abby, I hope so. Look, the importance people place on power meters now, you can't just slap a strain gauge on the side of a crank that you designed years ago and call it done. It doesn't work like that anymore. I hope they come out and nail it. I hope they make power meter that's one power meter to rule them all, and we are done. Have a watch High Score on Netflix. Michael, I am 3 or 4 episodes into that. I think it's 6 or 7. So I have to watch a few more of those. That's good though. Not quite. Like I mean, the history of video gaming from the ground up, rather than just straight big corporate, I guess. How they covered the guys that hacked the systems in May. Was it the updated consoles with their hardware hacks? That was cool. Johnny broke your pelvis. Now, tell me, which part? I've broken my pubic rami at the front. It wasn't a full pelvic snap. It's just it's the circle bits at the front where your adductor connects to. I fell off and somehow broke that a few years back. Well, probably 10 years ago, I think now. That's not fun. Would I recommend a power meter or an indoor trainer? Well, most indoor trainers are power meters or have the ability to measure power. So it really depends. If you're going to be riding more than a few times a week, it pays to invest in a good indoor trainer. You'll get the use out of it. The resale value of trainers is still pretty good. You spend, I mean, here in Australia, what trainers are $1,500 or so. Second hand, they're still going for $1,200, maybe $1,100. Look, even $900. And if you've used it for a whole year, it's a pretty damn good investment. Von's new bike is good, and we've still got to get to the new bike day for Von, though it's going to be not so new bike day. We've got to get out together and do some rides, so when we can arrange a babysitter and get out and get some good shots of the bike. But she's loving the bike. She's been towing Max around on a trailer on the bike too. Daniel, other versions of the Sturzo? No, I don't think so. It looks like there's an agreement between Zwift and Elite for this platform for 10 months. It was 10 months. It was April next year. So if they're working on them, they're not going to be releasing them on this platform for the steering. Jet Black already have a turning steering block. Tax have had one for years. It's about them, I guess, working together as either with Zwift or with the industry for the standards. We still don't know if steering is going to be a thing. And making it, locking it in like that might not be the best way to make it a thing. Hey, waves on. Standards. Well, look, it's up to Zwift to make it a standard. Make it the Zwift steering standard. Publish it. Make it open source. Get everyone else to get on with steering. If you want to make it grow, put it out there. I don't want it to have the iOmega zip drive issue. We're all mucking around with 1.44 meg floppies. iOmega came along with a 100 meg drive. Damn! But it was a proprietary thing. Never really took off as a standard. Was it Panasonic? Came out with the 1.44 floppies? Did they license it? I've got to look into it. Anyhow, back to bikes. Yeah, but I mean, companies are in it to make money these days. It's all that's how the world turns. Force turns, yep. Happy to take Max. You're on the outskirts of Melbourne. Your wife's from Ballarat. Awesome. LS 120 super floppies. Ticker versus Garmin HRM Polar. I've ran tickers for years. Tickers X, the Ticker 2, which is still just called the Ticker. Ran that for a while. I'm now on a Polar H10. I can't fault it. And if I press G on the keyboard here, no faults there. Except you see how low my power is. That's been fine. Heart rate's a resolved problem. Heart rate monitors. ECG would be interesting, if accurate. If they could take it to the next level, but most comfortable strap, yeah, because the pod sits on the front. Von's using the H9 But yeah, for multi-connections, the newer tickers, I believe the new Garmins have 2 Bluetooth channels too. So it's not like power meters where they're sold to measure power correctly. Yeah, 1 beat is 1 beat. That's pretty much it. It's more about reliability. Hey, Art and Craft by Michelle. What would you like us to reply to? We're well, thank you. We're well. No need to get angry. I can very well do that myself. Oh, still showing watts, not watts per kilo in the app. There we go. Boom. Now we can, 1.6. Come on. I'm having a hard day. There we go. We'll get back to this screen. How do you know what place you are right now? This is not a race or anything like that. No. Cheers. M on the keyboard if you're using a Mac or a PC. Much easier to type than using the companion app. New Campac group sets, Dennis. Not across Campac at all. No, not. I've used them. I've pressed buttons on them. That's about it. Not across them. Epic KOM. Okay, so we're out of Titans here. We go back around into Watopia. We do the reverse. The longer climb past Hanks back into the desert, and we're done. Into about 70k, so probably what, 15 to go, just under 15k to go. Sweet. 13 speed. Could they go 13 speed? Would anybody? I mean, if you're superstitious, you're not going to buy a 13 speed group set. Go 14. They've got to go 14. I think 12's enough. I really think 12's enough. You've got wider cassettes now. You've got different chain sets. Though having said that, I'm sure the old guys and old riders would have said, 5 on the back's enough. Wrist heart rate reliable. Lachlan, it really depends. For me, no. Indoors, if I use this as heart rate indoors, my arms die. I'm dead. I have no blood flow or no heart rate. My arms get cold. Outdoors, fine. I can use the wrist heart rate. It seems to be okay. Indoors for me, when my arms are just static and cold, horrible. That's the watch. The ticker fit. Yeah, it seems to work for me. That's further up the arm, into a bit more meat. They seem to work okay. I've got a ticker fit floating somewhere. I use every now and then, only when I've forgotten my strap and I don't want to derobe on the stream. 13 speed, no, Campag, you can't do 13. I'm not superstitious, but just as long as they release it on Friday the 13th and smash a mirror with a black cat on it, really. And what else is superstitious? You know, all the. I mean, if they're going to go all the way, go all the way. Rhythm 24, no, haven't touched, sorry. I'm just a little stitious. Exactly. Perfect. I'm just a little stitious. P. Miller. Right on. Oh, 11 right-ons given. God, I'm going to be at 1,010, am I? Bad ratios. Is it upgrading trainer from 10 speed to Durace to Ultegra DI2? Is it worth? upgrading, or is it... I'd say 10-speed Durace to Ultegra Di2 would be a step up for sure. Oh! Oh. Am I back? See, these long streams make my screen shut off. I thought that was a total dropout. I freaked out there. Not that it matters. It's only a live stream. We're good. Anything can happen. We want Ray on the call. Hang on, Von. What's up? I can't hear you. Sorry. You didn't leave. The screen just went off, like straight off. Yeah. That was weird. That was weird. USB hub was rebooting there too. I now put a power brick in it. It's a powered USB hub. Never gone. Cool. You didn't leave. Damn. Freaked me out. Magpies, mate. Yeah. Yeah, the magpies are active. I have a new helmet to take out and ride and film. I got the new Evade. I love the Evades. Mainly because I don't get tiger stripes for sunburn. When the sun comes out in Australia, I don't want to wear a hat. Sunscreen still always sweats off. So I'll take my new helmet out, and I can guarantee you, as soon as I take my new helmet out, the magpies will come and scratch it up. Von took over my screen. Hang on. You know what she was doing? I think Von tried to air share a stream of the tour to the wrong television. Von, am I right? Oh, look out. Will do. Stay tuned. We'll have another guest on in just a moment. Oh, right up a hill. Oof. How do I... So I am... Copy username. Oh, that doesn't work. One moment, I'll just get this figured out. We might have Mr. Maker in the chat. Video chat. We'll see how it goes with the bandwidth. I'm also streaming the tour still. Ooh, almost there. Come on. 12Ks. What's the number? Chat, help me out here. What's the number after my username? I have to send it to somebody. What do I do there? User settings. My account. So it's got streamer mode enabled, so I can't see what my account details are. Actually, I can disable. No. I'm a total noob when it comes to this. Yeah, Von, take care of the chat. And Ray, if you're watching, it's Gplama and a number. I can't figure out what that number is, though. Look at me trying to figure out this tech. Kids, I can't figure this out. Get Von to send it to Ray. There we go. Hey, Von. Hashtag, hang on. Try that. GP. Hardcore rougher, I got that straight away. Add friend. Send friend requests. Oh, there we go. So you've got to... I'm GPL capitals. Yeah, hardcore alpha. You got it right. So it's... This is weird.
Do you need some help?
Are you on the phone to someone, or you got the stream running? No. Yeah, I've got it. It's...
Yeah.
What was the number? But don't. Hang on.
That's it there.
It's case sensitive.
Ah. Oh, we did the Bluetooth connection.
Yeah. So it has Bluetooth. You can actually get someone close, but Amsterdam's a little far away from my Bluetooth. Flat top bar on a road bike. Look, usually like that kind of shape is probably better for carbon fiber. Which I have never gone those. They seem to be comfortable when I'm on a bike with them though. Either way, I'm a fan of alloy mainly because alloy is so cheap on the bike. Oh, hang on. We've got pending friends. I've got at least 2 friends on here now. Hello. Done. Rightio. Let's see if this works. The lag's going to be very interesting.
It was snappy when we were chatting in the other room.
Vaughn, you were in the other room.
But it was still on the internet.
Alright. Vaughn 1337. There we go. She even gets that. Vaughn is elite. Thoughts on the new Giant 2021 TCR Advanced? Integrated seat post, never a fan. But new bikes are always nice. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, look out. I've seen you on YouTube before. It's working? You can hear me? Oh, technicalities. Ray doesn't have a lot of... If you hit mute and unmute on yours, try that. Vaughn found that she muted and unmute. And unmute, and then it should be good or something. Same setup as Vaughn's. Mute, unmute. How's that? Yeah? There we go. All right, we're going to bring you in. Rock and roll, Ray, you're up there on the phone. But you've got Mrs. Lama written above your head. Oh, look at me stream this wrong. Guess name.
Oh, no. That's it. I'm disconnecting right now. Let's see.
Frame maker.
Does that work? I think it works. I've got you in frame maker. There we go. Everyone knows who you... There we go.
So can folks hear me?
Can we hear Ray? Is he in live? It looks good.
Here,
actually,
I see you. Yeah.
Your setup looks good. You've got the lighting right.
I broke the crappy light. Remember the one that was literally on the side said crap fee?
Yeah.
It blew up. Yeah, it died. So now I've gone back to what's the other cheap brand that you always buy? Not Newegg, something like that. But yeah,
Yep.
It's weird to looking at you because I was just watching you on YouTube and now I'm watching just a green screen. Like I'm seeing the behind the scenes of you, which is a whole different world.
When Vaughn was writing before, I brought her into the stream and she wanted to get the route badge screen grab and she's panicked, hit a few buttons, and then it put me on screen with that so everyone else saw my green screen behind it. It was Inception. It was this loop that I tried not to have happen. This is working well.
Yes, so, it's fine. It's good now. Yeah, the first 10 or 15 seconds when we connected, it was miserable, but now it seems to be fine from my standpoint. Yeah,
there's some QoS you can do within Discord. If it's our own end, but it seems to be working fine.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Rock and roll.
How long
So Ray,
what's for?
Too long. 60Ks, 2 hours. I've got another about 9Ks to go, so not far. So just waiting for the tour.
Yeah, I joined the stream when you first jumped on, and then I left. I went for a run. I sat on the dock for a while. I came back. I showered, and you're still riding. So
Second ride for the day. It's these route badges. And I've only got the long ones to go. So I've done the training session this morning. And I thought, well, I'm going to sit on the couch and wait for the tour to start anyway. So, yeah, no, should be good. Get this one done, watch a bit of the tour, and do the same again tomorrow. So have you been catching the tour? Because it's during your daytime.
I have. I'm actually really excited because I bought the GCN subscription thingamajig.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really the first year since living in Europe that I'm able to hear the tour in English. Which is, it's funny, like I've watched it when I lived in France in French, and watched portions of it, now in the Netherlands in Dutch. But for me, I'm a native English speaker, so it's nice just listening to English again. And I could have done this all along by like subscribing to Eurosport or something, but I didn't realize that easy button. So now I'm listening to it in English, and it's amazing. Though it's I think the guys that listen to are Irish or something, so I have to it takes me a couple of seconds to my brain to lock into that. It's a very thick accent for my Americana world, and so it takes me a little bit of time to be like, wait, what was that again? But no, it's good stuff. It's nice.
Good. So anything new coming out this week? Last week was a busy one for you. We had... I can't even reel it off. It was that busy. What do we have? We had the Karoo 2 preview. We had a few watch things. We had the new GoPro firmware for the Windows desktop webcam.
Yeah, I would say we're on like the opposites week. This week, actually, so it just dropped a few minutes ago, was Garmin's announced a new coaching app. So basically, they're dipping their toe very, very lightly into being a coaching platform, but not in the realm of like Training Peaks yet. Like I said, they have probably 1/2 of 1%, and I mean that very literally, 1/2 of 1% of the features of a Training Peaks or Final Surge or Today's Plan or something like that. They're targeting more of the like the high school and collegiate teams, where that team buys an entire package of 10 watches or whatever it may be. And they just, educational discount, all the kind of things. And this way it's a coaching app. The coach can look at kind of the summary stats for what those athletes are doing. So even stress, like all that kind of fun stuff. And it's funny because, I added you yesterday to it, and you couldn't really see what you were sending me. Just checked a whole bunch of buttons and hope for the best. But now, if folks want to see what LAMA's actually been up to the last 2.5 weeks, you can go on my page now and look at the post on it and see what you've been doing and see how much you've been sleeping or not sleeping and your stress levels and all that kind of fun stuff.
You were looking for my steps too. You were asking had I actually gotten off my couch today and gone anywhere because I had no steps. And the answer was no, I actually hadn't gone anywhere.
But it was funny. So I was actually, when I dug into that, I realized that it was only showing me your activity steps, which is different. Like only showing me your workout steps. So like I had 0 as well, which I thought was strange because I actually was wearing a watch. And so you, myself, and Des all had 0 activity steps. But Bobby, my wife, had a pile of them. And I'm like, what's that all about? But she went for a run last night. So in her case, she got legit steps, whereas you, Des, and I all just had ridden this week, as opposed to we haven't got any runs in yet. So, yeah. But it's interesting. I don't think it's not competing with anything right now, but it's competing with Polar. Polar's been in the team game for a long time of having these packages that teams can buy, and so it's kind of barely competing with that, and it makes sense. It's a low effort thing. It's still a little bit buggy, but it's it's free, so you can't complain too much, I guess.
Okay, so part of the Garmin Connect ecosystem that comes with anything Garmin that you buy.
Cool. Exactly, yeah. So you can download it on iOS, not yet on Android, but it's interesting. So that was today, but I would say in terms of like new stuff, it's the every other week plan right now. Like last week was crazy busy. This week was quiet. I think next week should be busy. It's really tough, as you know, like things get pushed at the last second. I'd say if it's not next week, then definitely the week after will be. I can confidently say the week after will be crazy.
Is this a bit of leftover from what would have been Eurobike? So everybody's still hitting these same timelines with a bit of COVID curveball, but no Eurobike.
It's the typical sweep of Eurobike, and then let's see, IFA, which is the consumer electronics wearable side of things, kind of like a mini CES. That's usually that same weekend that Eurobike ends, and then typically that time frame into early September, where we see like the Googles and the Apples and all those announced things, is this whole time frame here. So it's everyone wants to get their pre-holiday devices out. And historically, that's been not only holiday stuff, but also running stuff, for the marathon season. Obviously, This year there is no real marathon season, but it's still that get it out the door, and that's happening now. And I think there is definitely an element of catch up from 6 months of whatever we want to call this. So.
Nice. Now, typically this time of year, well, actually, hang on, let me reverse because it's a COVID-style question, this one. We were at the tour last year, and you covered all the indoor trainer tech and the techs the tech on the bike. Actually, we covered that over at the TDU. So it was obviously impossible to get access to the tour this year. So no post on the trainers or anything like that at the tour.
No, I don't. Not in person. I mean, I didn't apply for media credentials this year for the tour. For me. Well, one, you can't get into the team bus area, which is where I typically do all my stuff.
Last year, we saw you jump the fence there. You had the accreditation, and we're at the outside going, Ray!
Yep.
That was nuts.
As you
that
know,
was nuts.
Yeah. It's crazy. And so once you're in, that's where you need to be for what I typically do. So without that, it's kind of pointless. And I think that was also an element, too, where in the COVID era, there's not a good reason for me to add myself to a pile of 3,000 people traveling around the French countryside. Either for myself, it's not a good thing, or for anyone else. So, given I can't have access to that, I'm just going to stay at home and watch it on TV like everyone else. And
Netflix and chill. Absolutely.
Exactly. I even got my trainer in chill. Check this out.
Hey, there we go. Can we buy those online? Do you have a Redbubble store or something?
I do. Yeah. On the whatever you call it. Below my YouTube channel thingy, Teespring, whatever it is, same.
Teespring, okay. So rock and roll. All right, I'll have a look at that for sure. Yep. Now I'm watching the tour here on the other screen. I have 134 Ks to go. Now a lot of people ask us about tech, the tech that the pro teams use. Look, a lot of the time though, and you'd have to agree, some of the tech the pro teams are using, we've got access to better tech. I've seen so many Garmin Edge 1030s on the front of these bikes. Some of them aren't running the 1030 Plus. As a consumer, we can go out and get more accurate power meters, better head units, and almost better bikes. Well, actually, we can. So, your thoughts on that? Is it this more of a sponsorship thing, or they're just running what has been tried and tested?
It's both. It's a sponsorship thing, but it's driven by the beginning of the season. And again, this season's a little wonky because everything reset. But typically speaking, those products are given to teams at their training camps in December into January, but usually December, late November timeframe, and that's usually what they run with the entire season. So whatever's out then. So that's in the case of 1030. There are exceptions to that. We see obviously teams that will trial one new thing on a rider for a day or three at the tour to make PR interest, and sometimes we see new things that aren't mission critical, if you will, to a rider that will come out in the spring or something, and they'll convince the team to bring it on board. Yep. Especially for teams that are more.
We saw Peter Sagan with the green Bolt, I think, last year. Remember when they did the big hype up about and it was just colours, and we're like, colours. But Sagan had the green one. There were blue, pink, and yellow as well, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Stages, actually, I think I retweeted out yesterday. Vila News article about Stages. They made colored variants of all of their Stages dashes for whichever team wrestlers.
I saw the yellow one posted online somewhere. Yeah,
yellow one. I guess they make a handmade polka dot one as well, which is pretty crazy. But I think it's partially mostly driven by sponsorships, mostly driven by teams don't want to change anything mid-season. There's a wide variety of rider personalities there, and some of them are very tech forward that are like, yeah, give me the latest, and some of them are like, I don't want anything to change in my life. I just want to pedal my bike.
Give me something that works. So
you got to cater that, and there's also the mechanics and all that element. Like Garmin with their original Vector pedals, infamously weren't on some of the team's bikes that they sponsored, and not because of accuracy reasons, but purely because the mechanics didn't want to deal with installing the pedals. Those was back in the days, the pods, where you had the secondary pods that you put on the side.
Yeah.
Yep, and that was a big, hoo-ha, where basically here's a Garmin sponsored team that had Garmin on the side of the cars and everything as, a major sponsor, wasn't riding their original Vector pedals purely because the mechanics didn't want to. And so I think there's elements like that as well. But as far as like accuracy and stuff, that's totally the case. We've seen that with numerous power meters over the years. I mean, and it works out. Look at like stages with the original left-only units, right? Way back when running that. I mean, here's multiple tour victories, also showing in some ways that it's not all about the equipment, right? You can still win a tour even if your power meter isn't accurate, having a single-sided solution. Arguably the best ever sponsorship deal in sports tech history for that. But yeah, it's super interesting to see what they've trained with versus what you and I might use.
And your thoughts on the tour going past the first rest day, which is the only day I think they're testing the riders for COVID. So if any of them have it at the moment, they're not going to know, so it's a bit wonky. So is it day 9, I think, is off? Your thoughts? I want to see it continue, but I think... I mean, nothing's predictable, is it? I
think it's going to... I mean, there is a substantial amount of politics in the decision for the tour to happen, right? I mean, it's all politics in France. And so from a tour standpoint, as to whether that is or isn't happening. And so... I think if we look at whether or not it should happen, it's a very different question. I think Cycling Tips had a great article about that, a couple, I think last week or so, and whether or not it will finish, I don't think so. I don't see how that's going to happen. Not that I want that to happen, but I just don't think that's realistic. If we look at the numbers that France is seeing, and we look at having this gigantic, like I said, 2,000 to 3,000 person thing that goes across the countryside. People, I don't think, realize that until you've been at the tour and see that. And even just standing by the roadside, you don't really appreciate it in the sense of understanding how big the tour production is. I mean, a typical year, it's 3,000 to 5,000 people between media and teams and, all the sponsorship stuff that comes along with it. And it's a massive group of people. And the reality is that's just by numbers alone, you're going to have people that test positive for that, and how they react to that is going to be a big challenge. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Anything coming up on the channel this week? Is there any? You're not going to say anything under embargo, obviously, but devices. Is there power meters, trainers? Is there a watch? Is there a GoPro? I think about GoPro time. It's that time of year again. It's September, right? It's September is like the time of year for that kind of stuff. All right, so all the above. I've got all the above. I think I'll drop this. So I've got the Coros Pace 2, which is a new watch that came out last week, but I haven't finalized my full-length review. So I'll push that up probably the channel this week, as well as probably the written review this week. Very similar to my preview from last week. It just simply I ran out of time to write all of, like the basics little bits about it, but super impressive. I think that's gonna really challenge Garmin over the next year. I think in terms of you have a brand that initially came out and did kind of budget type stuff at $200 GPS watches, and then got, I would say, distracted and try to go and make these $600 GPS watches that you can't compete with Garmin in that price range. You simply can't anymore, and every company that's tried has failed and really gone out of business. So Coros has kind of returned to the roots for this one and gone back to a $199 GPS multi-sport watch that has everything you need, including running power and all these sort of stuff baked into it, and with great accuracy. And so I think that's going to require Garmin to kind of step back a little bit and try to figure out what their plan is a little bit longer term. Now, speaking of Garmin, we saw an outage again the other day. That was more of a cloud service outage than a Garmin Connect outage, though, wasn't it? That was just they got caught in the crossfire. Yeah, they got caught by the CenturyLink and Cloudflare outages, which, as you know, from like an IT standpoint, I obviously often see comments of, "Oh, you should have redundancy and this and that." Once you get to like funky network issues type stuff, like in the realm of like DNS issues, which is what this seemed to have been, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much that any major provider can do. And when your major providers take things down, and I know I'm sure that people are like, "Oh, but you can always have redundancy." There are certain aspects of redundancy that are nearly impossible to be redundant because of the way they're designed. And DNS, you can protect against like outages, that's no problem, but you can't protect against like the poison pill, right? Of like a bad entry going out and propagating everywhere. And sounds like that's probably what happened. But I saw someone say BGP looping routes or something. I'm like, oh, that's from back in the day. And thankfully I'm not having to deal with those anymore. That's like back. I was laughing the first time, not at Garmin, but early in the first couple hours of Garmin's first outage, right? It was kind of the thing of like, who do you blame? Do you blame the server guys or do you blame the network guys, right? It was always like the server team and the network team, who gets blamed? And
nobody knows at that state. Yeah, the managers are angry and nobody really knows who's to blame, because then if you know who's to blame, that's the guy who's going to fix it, or the guy or the team or the girl, or it's
the girl. Yeah, exactly. And coming from the server side, it was always like, I'm always hoping it's the network team, right? It's always, hope it's the network team. And I think this was definitely, this most recent one was the network team versus their situation back in,
there we
July
go.
time frame was server side.
Chat crew, Andy has just mentioned that CenturyLink lost its BGP routing on the core. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Yep.
No, all good. Ray, I'll let you go. It's the middle of the day, but I won't take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for dropping in.
It was just fun.
Yeah, this seems to work really well. The delay's not too bad. It's always an interesting one going from one side of the world to the other, especially during peak Netflix time right here, which is 10:15 at night. I'm just about to get my route badge, so I'll leave you with it. Thanks for dropping by, and we'll look forward to... I'll go over and have a look at that Garmin post about the Garmin Coach. Is that what it's called? Garmin Coaching? Garmin Coach?
Yeah, Garmin. It's called Garmin Clipboard, but yeah, Garmin Coach. It's, same thing, yeah.
No worries. And I'll look for that link for those cups too. Train it and chill.
There we go.
All righty, Ray. Thanks a lot again. We'll see you soon.
Cool.
Thanks, mate.
See you later. Have a good one. Bye.
Awesome. Good to see Ray there. In good spirits. Just back from a run, and Discord working, an absolute treat. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry about the chat. It's hard to do all the three things at once, but hopefully you enjoyed that little banter between Ray and I there, and also Von. Any prospect of an 830 plus? I don't think so. The 830 is still really new. I think the 830 is still pretty much the 1030 plus anyway. 830 is a little trooper as it is. Now this route badge must be during the next arch. And we are donezo. Tour de France stage, 127.9 kilometers to go. And I see a large dam. Hey, raising the chat too. Rock and roll. That worked really well. I'm really happy with that. Always something I've wanted to do to bring people in, but unless it was technically possible and working without a massive delay, without crappy audio, without crappy video and stuttering, that worked fantastic. So we can use that anywhere, which is great. Quite a few ideas I've got with that. I might start hassling product managers to come online if they want to talk about their product. Hey. I'll hit them up with the hard questions. But just giving if we can give faces to things. Ray's known for dcrammaker.com and his videos, obviously, so we know Ray from the videos and everything Ray does, but it's good to be just right there in real time, in the chat. That's all good. Awesome. Thanks for being a part of that, everybody, and to Ray and to Von. And then we're ready for the route badge. God help me if I've already got this route and I just didn't check it. That's 2 hours 21 and 70 k's. I'll jump back through the chat in just one tick. I need to get this. Come on. Hey, there we go. Wasn't that worth it? Whew. Well, it's worth it that I don't have to do it again. Oh, did I? I think I got that one. Hey, Von, do you want my route badge bar? You can doctor it and put the Three Sisters on it. Sprint finish. No, we're good. But I will give it a little bit. Tell you what I do need to change though is the hoods on these levers. They're the original rubber hoods on these Di2 levers. Just riding along, they're fine. But when you're actually gripping on them, they're just like a pair of old tube socks that just don't fit anymore. They keep falling down. Tips on replacing hoods on levers. I've heard hand wash. Is it hand wash? Antiseptic cream, whatever the hell they've got these days. Alcohol cream. There's enough of that around. I've heard that works. I'm going to 71 kilometers. I've got to round this off to a round number. For racing, is instant power better than 3-second average? Well, it doesn't matter. The 3-second average within Zwift is only a display value. It has no impact on your instant KY. I don't want it to be slippery always, though. I want it to evaporate. Hand sanitizer, I think, is the way to go. Tube socks. It sort of feels like it. It feels like I've got two big tube socks on this thing. They spin around. Sanitizers, that's it. So yeah, 3-second average is only a display value. Oh, dude, on a mountain bike. Right on. I am going to change the levers anyway, but I've got the new hoods to change on these first. So I'm going to have to put the new hoods on these toys. It's just toys. I'll just shuffle them around. And then we go to the new hoods. 71Ks, there we go. I keep wearing these. I don't even... So I wear those headphones so I can get the feedback on the call. Hoods, no, Von, I've got the originals. So I've gone legit. Call down now. Yep. Good call. Everyone, that was a journey. 2 hours, 24, 71 kilometers. And that's just the beginning of the longer rides that I have to do. That was not much of a hilly one. Shut off all these panels. 2 and 3. Questions that I missed. I'm sorry. Can I put the Di2 levers on the Stages bike? Von, no. Though we can fully customize the Stages bike with those additional shifters to make it almost like Di2. So that's possible. Apologies if I missed any questions in this stream, but if you've got any questions regarding any of the tech or any of the videos that I do, put it in the videos that you've watched. All 1,100 videos that I have. I always scan the comments and try and get back to anybody even posting on even the older stuff. Beep, beep. Always, every time you do a full refresh of your Garmin's, the nag screens come back with the recovery time, your load, how much did you drink, how much did you eat. And when you've got 3 of them, that's a lot of nag screens. Okay. Dunzo, we are good. And Garmin Tech Connect is up and running. There we go, everyone. Have a great day. If you're watching the tour when you're awake and it's day where you are, you've got it good. So it's currently 10:20 at night here. We've still got another 2.5 hours of the tour to watch. So they're late nights and early mornings. But it's all good. Anyhow, again, I'm super stoked that Discord chat has worked. Bit of a hack to get it set up and working, but when it was working and Von didn't switch screens and have me reply back to me, it worked really well. Bringing Ray in, bringing Von in, and because that's mobile, I can bring anyone in from anywhere in the world as long as they've got good audio and good video. So that is cool. I love cool stuff when it all comes together and works like that. Happy days. All right, on that note, I'm now heading to the couch. We've got 2.5 hours of sitting down, doing absolutely nothing but enjoying cycling. So hopefully everyone else can do the same. Enjoy your rides, buy something new, go out, enjoy the sunshine, and happy days. All right, we'll see you soon, everyone. Thanks for coming.